Welcome. This is Carsinia demonstration about editing the vehicle lists. So for this demo, in our system, we have a lot of vehicle lists. The main one, as you can see, it's in the vehicles. As soon as you click on the vehicles, this is the main vehicle list. Browse/search, and you can see that we have a lot of fields here, and you can search the vehicles. That you want, and this is a multi-field search, and you can have a sold filter, you can have a purchase start and purchase end date, sales start, sale end date, and there are a lot of other lists like this, and some of them are filtered according to different criteria. One of them is, for example, ready to sell. One may be sold vehicles, vehicles that need registration, vehicles that need rebate, and some of them are in reconditioning tab, needs assessment, needs reconditioning, and in finance section as well, inventory loans. Now what we're going to be demonstrating in this video is to be able to edit and customize the fields in these different lists. So for this particular example, let's take the sold vehicles. Um, so this list shows us the vehicles that we sold so far, and we can filter by location, and we can search for a particular vehicle. Let's say we want to search for this test 12, and as you can see, it comes up. Start and end date, it's basically about the sale date. So we can, for example, get all the vehicles that were sold since January 2012, and we get these vehicles, and if we want to clear them out, we can clear it, and we get all our vehicles. As you can see, you can set the page size to be 25, 50, 100, or show all of them in the vehicle list. And you can export this list, and this would basically give you a CSV file that you can open with Excel and do further customizations and processing. You can print this list. Um, but now we're primarily going to be talking about the options and user settings in these lists. So options, if when you click on the options, you get this dialog, and you get a list of 10 columns, and also a colors section below, which I will explain in a little bit. So in this column section, you can show up to 10 fields for a vehicle, for each of the vehicles that we show in this list. And each of these fields are customizable, and we have a number of fields that you can display for each of these vehicles. Most of the time these lists come with default values: year, make, model, trim, body, vehicle type, buyer name. But for different list types, you can choose to display customized information. So for example, in this case, we are looking at the sold vehicles report, so therefore we would like to display a little bit more specific information about the sale of this vehicle. So model and trim, for example, in this case, it's not really that much relevant, but let's go through our list and see what may be of interest to us. Buyer, loan, lender, that would be a good information to display. And in the same vein, we may want to see the buyer payment through loan date to be able to see which payments that we're expecting from these lenders. And what we will want to see is if we for these sold vehicles, what's the total required payment, and what's the total payments made so far for these vehicles, and what's the outstanding balance. So we probably want to display these three fields. And for also regarding the profit and loss, we would want to see total revenue, or we can see total revenue and then total cost for this vehicle, and we want to see total profit. And I'm going to be updating the report options, and it displays the sold vehicles so far with the buyer loan lender, buyer payment through loan date, total required payments, total payments made, outstanding amount. Now if we click on this particular vehicle, for example, we come to the sale tab, and as you can see, we are actually expecting some payment from this lender that has not come through yet. I come back, and the options, which are the fields for this report, are set as I set in the previous screen. And we have outstanding, the total required payments, total payments made, and I can see the profit information for this vehicle, total revenue, total cost. Now the revenue, cost, and profit, these are independent of the payments. This is basically an attribute of the contract, whereas these are more accounting fields as to did we actually receive the payment or not. And for example, I can sort by buyer payment through the loan, and see the payments that I'm expecting from these lenders in the near future. Now the other thing that's worth mentioning is these options, we basically set on a global fashion. So which means if some other user from my dealership logs into Carsinia and checks out this report, they're going to see the same information. But if they, for example, let's say that they are in a specific area of the dealership, like post-sale processing or whatever it may be, and if there are any other fields that they would like to see, each user in turn can customize this report the way that they would want. So let's say, for example, the default for this report may be set as such, but if I would like to see, for example, only the cash price or the sale amount for this vehicle, what was the cash price for this vehicle, or what was the marketing price for this vehicle, then I can see that this vehicle was actually, for example, $7,999. That was the advertised price for the vehicle. Now if I want to go back to the defaults, I can clear my options and I go back to the defaults. And that's about it. Oh, the colors. This is the this is used for uh, getting attention to particular vehicles. So let's say, for example, I want to be able to highlight any vehicles that did not give me a profit more than $2,000. So I can come here and say I want to be able to see the vehicles whose total profit was um, less than $2,000. And now what we have not said is we want to be able to see them in red, and there you go. So now we can actually see all the vehicles that did not give me a profit more than $2,000. Or you can pick different attributes and create different colors. You can type red, green. You can put minimum or maximum for each of these values. And in turn, each user can customize those filters as well. And that's about it. Contact us for more information. Thank you.